Good afternoon and welcome. Mark Gallagher, Stu Nye, Patrick Berthollet. We are here for the Division III state semifinals. The Uxbridge Spartans versus the Hoosac Valley, and you know what? I don't even know. Hurricane. Thank you, Stu. Hoosac Valley comes out of the Berkshire County, having beaten Wacona for their district title. A 17-17 versus your Uxbridge High Division III champions, who this past Saturday beat Clinton 60-54. They come in at 19-5 versus that 17-7 Hurricane team. And guys, I think we were in for a game today. It's tough to beat that one we saw on Saturday.
Yeah, fantastic game, guys. Big win down the stretch. Spartans played a great game. Clinton did. We're here in Springfield at the Mass Mutual Center. Beautiful facility, guys. More of a mid-range, mid-size arena, holds about 8,000. But talking to A.D. Mark Donahue before the game, they remodeled. It looks great, Patrick.
Yeah, it looks very great. We'll see the starting lineups here now.
The city of Springfield welcome you to the Mass Mutual Center. This is the 2015 Massachusetts High School Basketball State Tournament. The middle game of our state semifinal tripleheader is straight ahead. It is Boys Division III, featuring the Hurricanes of Hoosac Valley Regional High School of Cheshire and the Spartans from Uxbridge High School. Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for this competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance today. Ensure that your behavior reflects the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your own behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon an MIAA, school, or security official. Our great nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifices of men and women who have served or are currently serving in our armed forces. If there are active or retired military personnel in attendance with us today, we invite you now to stand and be recognized, and we thank you for your service to our country. Now let's meet our Boys Division III state semifinalists. We'll begin with our designated visiting team in the red and white. Western Mass champions with a record of 16-7, the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes. First, the Hurricanes reserves. Number 10, Avery Hall. Number 11, J.P. Lebec. Number 13, Nolan Hare. Number 14, Matt Carlo. Number 23, Austin Malacy. Number 24, Dondre Sistrom. Number 33, Peter Barrow. And now for the Hurricanes, starting five. At guard, a 5'9" sophomore. Number 12, Colin Russo. At guard, a 6'1" junior. Number 20, Matt Koperniak. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 21, Nate Tomkowitz. At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 42, Javon Reynolds. And at forward, a 6'1" junior, number 55, Jamison Coughlin. The head coach of the Hurricanes is Mr. Bill Robinson. Now let's meet our designated home team in the white with orange and black. Central Mass Division III champions with a record of 19-5, the Uxbridge Spartans. First, the Uxbridge reserves. Number 11, Cam Stewart. Number 12, Jesse Hanscom. Number 14, Josh Callanan. Number 20, Josh Bell. Number 22, Jake Kaparowski. Number 25, Brent Whitlock. Number 32, Nathan Mans. Number 33, Sean Creighton. Number 40, Sam Wojciechowski. Number 44, Hunter Walker. And now for the Spartans starting five. At guard, a 5'7" senior. Number 10, Cam Gallagher. At guard, a 5'10" sophomore, number 15, Ryan Marias. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 24, Jimmy Caffrey. At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 35, Oliver Sawyer. And at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 41, Dan Lanou. The head coach of the Spartans is Mr. Gino Nancy. The officials for our Boys Division III state semifinal are Mr. Dan Brick, Mr. Dave Blanchett, and Mr. Dan Little. The alternate official, Mr. John O'Brien. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise, remove your caps, and face the flag in the northwest corner of the Mass Mutual Center as we honor America with our national anthem. Tonight, the Star Spangled Banner will be sung by Uxbridge High students Chloe Gardner, Karen Moriarty, Emily Roxo, Zach Mages, Rob Wondolowski, and Jackson Wright.
Patrick, another fine rendition of the national anthem by the Uxbridge High students there at center court here, as Stu mentioned, at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, Massachusetts. Quite the big stage for the Uxbridge High Spartans, Patrick.
Yeah, absolutely. A key matchup that I'm looking to watch is number 42, Javon Reynolds, 6'5" forward, and Dan Lanou, another 6'5" forward. We'll see who comes out of that matchup, and that could lead to a victory for one of these teams.
Stu, we were talking to the Hoosac Valley guys next to us earlier, and they, as they pointed out, only 2 seniors on this team, a very relatively young team. In fact, their leading scorer, Jamison Coughlin, number 55, averages 16 points a game.
Yeah, they're young, but they've got some size, guys, more than we faced the last 2 games, certainly. Probably going back to the Schober and the Clark, and here we go.
As Patrick pointed out, at center, number 42, Javon Reynolds, a junior, versus Dan Lanou. Lanou with the tip, Jimmy Caffrey controls. Here comes Cam Gallagher. Center court, we'd like to point out and thank all the fans from Uxbridge who are attending here today. Big crowd, 2 bus loads. Sawyer to Gallagher, looking for Lanou. Ryan Marias, back to Gallagher. Nothing happening, resets from the top. Man-to-man defense from the Hurricanes. Sawyer open underneath, spin move, kicks it back out. Gallagher puts it up for 3, just off. And that is going to be off number 42, Javon Reynolds. That's going to remain Uxbridge ball. So we saw big games on Saturday from Gallagher and Marias. Of course, Marias with a phenomenal 9 3-pointers. Got to figure they're keying on them. Sawyer, nice little move to the hoop. Too much strength right there. That's off. Big rebound for Hoosac Valley.
Good look that time for the Spartans on the out of bounds.
Yeah, watch that high-low. That low-high is, you figure everybody had scouted Uxbridge up to this point. Looks to Dan Lanou. Now they might want to key on Mariah, so you might have an opening in the paint. There's a big rebound from Lanu. So 1 and done, first possession for each team. Jimmy Caffrey open, almost traveled. Sawyer's got baseline, he takes it, kicks it out to Lanu. Lanu, turnaround jumper, off, follow Caffrey. Good hustle by Caffrey. Can't get the ball, that should stay here. I thought that was off number 55, Jamison Coughlin. Referee says no.
Yeah, nice hustle, Jimmy Caffrey going after that ball, just knocked it out of bounds. Hoosac ball. Spartans a little man-to-man pressure all over the court here, guys.
Gallagher's on number 12, that's Colin Russo. Over to number 20, Koperniak, excuse me. Oh, nice look underneath. And that's off, but big rebound from 42. And the foul. Dan Lanu, Gino Manzi not very happy with that. Keep your hands high as number 42, Javon Reynolds goes to the line, Patrick. First foul for Lanu as we see right away, second chance opportunities off rebounds for Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, it almost looked like he wanted to get fouled there. He kind of had maybe an open layup, and he took a dribble and went towards Dan Lanu's area. I don't know if that's their key to try to get Dan Lanu in foul trouble to get him out of the game early, but it's starting to work.
Misses the first of 2 shots. Neither team on the board, 6:27 in the first quarter. Lefty puts it up, and that's off. Lanu with the rebound. So 2 possessions for each team, no scoring the first 2 minutes of this quarter.
Both teams look tentative here, Mark. Like to see the Spartans be aggressive. Go for it. You made it this far.
Here's Marias. That's good. Again, if Ryan Marias can pick up where he left off at WPI on Saturday, that might change this whole outlook for Hoosac Valley. Here comes number 12, Russo. Over to 55 is Coughlin. Back up to 21, Tomkowitz. 21 Tomkowitz, that's a nice strong take right there. There's the first 2 points of the game by Matt Koperniak. And there's a full court press from Hoosac Valley on the Spartans. Got to get it over.
Yeah, 2-2-1 press by Hoosac Valley.
Lanu thought about that jump shot, kicks it to Marias, open in the corners, Caffrey!
Bang.
Ooh, that looked good from here. Just off the back iron. Here comes Russo in the corner to number 21, quickly puts it up. That's off. Sawyer gets that rebound. Big men need to protect those rebounds. We saw a little issue on Saturday with the big men not being able to hold on as well. Inside out from Lanu to Caffrey. He's missed 2. Ryan Marias, man on the spot, gets that loose ball off Dan Lanu. Gallagher to reset.
Yeah, nice play by the sophomore. Gets it out to Cam Gallagher for the reset.
Oh, nice little look by Sawyer down to Lanu. It's tipped. Nice defense right there by the Hurricanes. And here they come again. It is 3-2. Gallagher tries to steal. Uxbridge up 3-2. Slow start to the game, as Stu mentioned. Both teams almost like a prize fight, sort of feeling each other out. Nice look down low to number 20, turns and shoots. Gets the friendly roll.
Yeah, Hoosac Valley's running a lot of cuts down low and low picks, Mark. Motion offense down there. Spartans have to be aware to change off those picks on D.
They barely get it over in time, and I agree with you, Stu. We've got a little bit of a slower tempo for the Spartans. They get that hold and hesitate, which really isn't their strong point. Caffrey saves the ball from out of bounds. Nice take by Marias to Lanu. Nice get man off his feet. That's a nice fake by Dan Lanu.
Yeah, great ball movement by the Spartans that time.
5-4, 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Here come the Hurricanes. 20 is Koperniak. He takes it to paint, little floater, that's good. Koperniak, I believe Patrick has all 6 of, and he does, all 6 of Hoosac Valley's points.
Yeah, and it's all down low. They're really doing a good job getting those open cuts like Stu said, and they're getting open down low. They need to cut those down and bump those cutters out of the paint.
Wide opens Marias, and there hits his second three-pointer. Ryan Marias has 6 of the 8 Uxbridge High points, and here comes Colin Russo. Up top, it's over to 42 is Reynolds. Down low to their big man Coughlin, leading scorer. Dips that shoulder, nothing doing. Good defense right there. Lanu with the rebound. A little bit of an up-tempo. Gallagher way across court to an open Caffrey. That is off the iron. Jimmy Caffrey looking to find his touch. And a travel. Good call, Patrick, right there.
Right there, Mark. You called it. Good open shot for Jimmy. You want to keep, even if you miss a few, you want to keep shooting here in a game like this. You want to stay aggressive. Keep the hammer going all the way.
I agree. Jimmy Caffrey has to. I agree with you. Do not give up on that shot, because you know we've seen it. We saw it against Ashland, Patrick, where he came out big second half in that division playoff game.
Yeah, as a shooter, you just got to understand you're going to start getting hot at some point, and you just got to keep shooting. If you're a shooter, you got to keep shooting in order to get hot.
In the game is Whitlock and Taparowski, your energy guys off the bench. Taparowski down low to Lanu. He's triple team, basically finds Marias. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Marias stops and pops. Off the glass, called it. 2 more points, Ryan Marias. He looks confident early on, and that's good news for the Spartans as they're up 10-6 with 2.5 minutes left here in the first. Here comes Hoosac Valley. Up top is Javon Reynolds, 6'5", junior. Down low, and that's out to number 12. That's Russo. That's short. Bumped around. Whitlock picks it up. Good defense there. Here comes Marias. Over to Cam Gallagher. First round of subs for Hoosac Valley check in. Gallagher, he's got a lane right there. He can go to the hole. He does. It's just off.
Good take.
That is a good take, and we saw that work on Saturday versus Clinton.
That should give Cam some confidence right there. He just blew by that defender.
I like the recognition right there too. Maybe just too much spin on that ball, but I like the way he went to the paint and was aggressive. Minute and a half. Jump shot from the top. That's in and out. Wow, Gallagher with the rebound. Did everything but go in. Gallagher finds another little lane, goes underneath, draws the foul. Cam, we talked about that on Saturday, Stu, that take previous possession, but the aggressiveness to the paint, now drawing fouls.
Stay aggressive. Big games like this, nothing to lose. Just stay aggressive. Let the chips fall where they may, guys.
2 shots for Cam. He was 8 for 8 from the line on Saturday. Exactly. Shouldn't have said anything. You got to figure, Patrick, both teams have got to be a little case of the nerves, a little jittery to start this quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I think I was a little nervous walking in this giant gym, but the players have done a good job so far getting over that. And we saw that in the beginning with attentiveness, and they've gotten over fairly quickly, it seems.
11-6, Gallagher hits the second one. Uxbridge in that man-to-man. A little collapsing right there, open in the middle. Tries to draw underneath, and that's going to be exactly, Stu. 2 on Dan Lanu is number 55, Jamison Coughlin. Coerced him into the foul.
Foul on 41, Dan Lanu. His second, team second. 55, Jamison Coughlin to the foul line for Hoosac Valley. He has 2 shots.
First one up and in for Coughlin.
35, Oliver Sawyer replaces Dan Lanu for Uxbridge.
Coughlin, 6'1", junior. That's short. Sawyer with the rebound. Marias to Gallagher. Approaching 1 minute left in the quarter. Gallagher finds Whitlock. Back up to Sawyer. Quick look over to Gallagher. Finds an open Whitlock. Puts the ball on the ground. Not usually a good idea. Gallagher does the same thing. Gets it back. Good defense here right now from Hoosac Valley. They are quick on their feet.
Yeah, down to 5.
Marias, floater, just off Sawyer, almost had it, and on man on the spot is Taparowski. Does a nice job saving it, but nobody there to help him. 2-on-1 for the Hurricanes. Wide open's number 24. That's off. Big rebound is Tap. Sistrunk took that shot newly into the game for the Hurricanes. 25 seconds, 1 second, 2 second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Gallagher works it, finds Whitlock. Keep that ball high. Gallagher for 3. That's off. Nice attempted rebound. I like the way Brent Whitlock crashed the board. Didn't have much help as 3 Hurricanes were down low. Last shot of the game, 5 seconds. Here comes the 10. Nice defense right there. Man in the face. That's off. Well, boys, I'll tell you, Uxbridge is up 11-7 after one period, and I do have to agree with Patrick. I think they started off tentative, a little shaky after coming onto a real big stage here. But give the Spartans credit, they're through one period and 11-7 lead.
Yeah, guys, good start for the Spartans. Moving the ball well, being aggressive. Only concern this time, Dan Lanoux with 2 fouls. And we'll see how far Coach Tito Manzi wants to go with Dan, whether he wants to bring him back in or throw caution into the wind and a chance of that 3rd foul for the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, Patrick, Dan Lanoux on the bench with 2 fouls. So far, though, Ryan Marias leading this team with 8 points. And number 20, Matthew Koperniak for the Hurricanes, leading his team with 6 points.
Yeah, definitely both players stepping up today, more notably Ryan Marias stepping up in the last game and now in this game as that trend continues. Also, with Dan Lanoux being out, we are lucky to have 2 very tall players off the bench. Well, Oliver Sawyer starts, but easily can fill that 5 role. Also, you have Josh Callahan, maybe not get as many minutes, but he's definitely an energy guy that can get in there and put some good quality minutes, as well as Sam Wojo, who hasn't got as much time, but still energy players that can give you a couple minutes if you need them.
The Hurricanes start the 2nd quarter. A couple subs in for them. We'll get to them shortly. And Oliver Sawyer, man on the spot. Cam Gallagher needs to watch from behind. Fortunate to keep that ball in their possession. Ball control, a key. Sawyer, nice strong take to the paint and up and in. Wow, wasn't pretty,
yeah,
but it went
being
in.
Aggressive going to the hoop. Love to see that.
Going to need that from Sawyer in this quarter with Lanoux on the bench, absolutely. Uxbridge in a man-to-man defense. Here comes 24. That's Sistrunk. Over to number 20 is Koperniak. Who else? It's up. Whitlock, big rebound. Does a nice job in there. It's good positioning by Brent Whitlock. Here comes Cam Gallagher. Strong to the hoop, finds a little bit of room. Draws the foul. Had a little lane there, Stu.
Guys, it looks like on the perimeter for the Uxbridge guards, they definitely have a quickness advantage over Hoosac Valley. And you'd like to see them just keep taking the ball to the hoop on these situations and either look for the pass or draw the foul.
Cam Stewart in the game for the Spartans. Gallagher inbounds to Sawyer, to Cam Stewart, to Gallagher. Hoosac Valley in a man-to-man defense. Gallagher to Whitlock. Oh, he has a single opportunity right there. Goes up strong off the glass. That's a nice recognition of that one-on-one coverage. 24, Sistrunk brings the ball up for Hoosac. He finds number 20 is Koperniak. He takes a nice strike to the paint, but that's set upon real quickly. It's 55. Oh, not happy, but he had his open man, but he draws the foul right there.
Uxbridge foul on 35,
Oliver Sawyer. So your big
men.
men, total of 3 fouls for them so far.
Yeah, I like to see Oliver put those hands straight up on that. When you reach over like that, the referee will call it every time.
And if you keep those hands in the air too, that will help. Whitlock gets off his feet. That's 55. He's going to go, lowers that shoulder off the glass. That's good. That's a big power move by the big man. Coughlin right there just lowered his shoulder for 2 easy ones off the glass. Caffrey wide open. Looks for Gallagher. Finds Cam Stewart. Pops for 3. In and out. Sawyer, nice rebound right there. Back to Caffrey. Finds Gallagher way up top. He decides to reset with 25 seconds on the shot clock. 6 minutes left in this first half. 15-9. Spartans are up. Sawyer's got a little bit of room. Too hard off the glass. Big rebound, number 55, James Coughlin. So Patrick, the Spartans with several opportunities for layups that have been missed.
Yeah, definitely. But a good note is they're getting offensive rebounds. We've seen them get hit on the offensive rebound department when they're on defense, but they're starting to get some offensive rebounds and know how important it is.
Big open take by number 20, Koperniak. Uxbridge comes away with a rebound. Gallagher needs to protect. A little lazy on that one, but gets on the floor, gets the jump ball. Possession will stay for Uxbridge. You like to see them control and protect that ball a little bit better. Uxbridge fortunate to retain via the jump ball. Caffrey inbounds to Sawyer. Whitlock up at the top, Finds Sawyer. Quickly to Caffrey. Would have liked to see him take it. I agree, Stu. He's got to get back in that mode. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gallagher resets up top. Shot clock is counting down. Somebody's got to shoot. Caffrey needs to shoot. He does. That's off. Sawyer. Woof. Oliver Sawyer again, Stu. I agree with you. I like to see Oliver with those hands in the air.
Yeah, on that Jimmy Caffrey earlier in the clock had a shot again. Stay aggressive, keep shooting. Don't want to pass up a nice 15-footer.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Play by instinct. Open is Whitlock. Nice little take to the paint.
Nice
Draws a foul too, but Reds his 2-point. I thought he got hit on the wrist, but I'll tell you what, despite being waxed, makes his 2-pointer. Whitlock with a key contribution, 17-9. Just under 5 minutes left here in the first half. Koperniak back up top to a number 11. Over to 24 is Sistrunk. Down low. Nice pick off Sawyer. Gallagher's got a 2-on-2. Takes a strong spin move
nice.
up and underneath. I think if he didn't go underneath there, Stu, that gave out the opportunity for Hoosac to block that out of bounds. Stays here though for Uxbridge.
Well, good aggressive move by Cam to the hoop. Hoosac made a nice defensive play there. We'll take that every time.
24 seconds on the shot clock, 4.5 minutes. 17-9. Gallagher looks. Finds Marias. Marias with a couple threes already. Man-to-man D. And a collapse. Marias just off. Oliver Sawyer. Got to be ready underneath there. Got to be ready, guys. Here comes 12. Russo back in the game. Almost a travel there. Uxbridge laying back on that man-to-man. Really not pressuring them when they pick up the ball. Giving him a little bit of a cushion, and Russo almost takes advantage of it right there. Oh, nice take to the paint all the way. Sawyer, big block.
Great weak side defense by Oliver Sawyer.
Here comes Russo. Still 17-9. Both teams in a little bit of a mini scoring drought. Nice defense by Caffrey. Gets him on the ground. Hustle play by Whitlock. And it's stolen back. A little ping-ponging right there. And a timeout. Hoosac Valley. Good defense right there, Stu.
Yeah, guys, I think if the Spartans apply the pressure out front on the ball, they can get a definite advantage. Again, and I said it on the other side where the Spartans could drive to the basket. I think they definitely have a quickness advantage, especially on the perimeter here. You know, and on defense, really put the heat on the ball here.
I agree, Patrick. It looks like that defense is sort of giving them a little bit of a cushion to work with.
Yeah, definitely on both sides, a little bit of cushion you see. But more notably on the Uxbridge defensive side, I just feel like watching the warm-ups and everything, I don't know much about Hoosac Valley shooters. They just don't seem to have that many. So we'll see if that affects, because they don't. I haven't seen them take one really deep shot. They got a lot of their points off down low plays. So we'll see if that comes into effect, as Spartan can obviously get on some runs with those three-pointers.
Little shout out to Uxbridge floor ball boys there, as you saw Braden Stewart and Stephen Earl doing a little bit of maintenance on the floor, a little wipe up. Big crowd here from Uxbridge today, Stu.
Great crowd. I think definitely the bigger crowd. Key element, guys, we're halfway through the quarter. Dan Lanou on the bench hasn't hurt us a bit.
Nope. Oliver Sawyer's done a nice job stepping in right there.
Has.
Here come the Hurricanes. Nice look right there. Even better underneath. Yes. And that's good defense, but it's cleaned up.
Uxbridge foul on 24, Jimmy Caffrey.
Caffrey with his first.
33, Peter Barrow at the
I'm actually surprised there's only 6 fouls in the game. I thought there was a little bit more.
Me too.
But I'm also surprised it's only an 8-point game as well.
Barrow in the game, but another one of this heavily laden junior team for the Hurricanes, though.
Yes.
And he misses both. Big rebound, though, by number 55. Cleans it up. Jamison Coughlin just out-muscled the Uxbridge Spartans right there. You hate to give up those freebie rebounds. Comes Marias. Finds his man in the middle. Sawyer to Caffrey. To Marias. To Gallagher. Just hold and hesitate. Here we go. Like to see them get a little bit more up-tempo. We saw how successful it was over the weekend. Whitlock finds Sawyer, finds an open Caffrey from the elbow, just off.
Well, that's a good shot,
Right.
guys. Good ball movement, good shot right there.
Uxbridge in a little bit of a drought here, been stuck on 17 for a few minutes, Patrick.
Yeah, you're wondering if maybe Dan Lanou is going to come in a second if Hoosac scores here. It just seems that offense is struggling a little bit.
Good defense by the Spartans, almost a pickoff. As number 12, Russo, works on Gallagher.
Spartans foul on number 10, Cam Gallagher. His first, team's fifth.
Inbound for the Hurricanes. That's Russo. Over to 21 is Tomkowitz. That's way off. Big rebound. Who else? 55. Cleaning up under those glasses. Got to get a body on him, Stu, to move him out from that paint.
Yeah, he's the only guy really effective here for Hoosac Valley, and those are mostly off these offensive boards. Got to clean that up.
Nice look underneath. Sawyer gets his own rebound. That's whacked out of bounds by 55, Coughlin. I like the hustle right there. That's good passing by the Uxbridge Spartans. But again, just can't capitalize on the easy layups.
Yeah, nice pass there. Got to make these layups, guys.
So all of a sudden, 17-13 as the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes are making some progress offensively. Spartans snake bitten here the last few minutes. Gallagher open, takes the three. That's off, need a rebound, nobody there. Uxbridge caught watching and flat-footed when their shots go up. And Hoosac Valley, 3 guys there. They're cleaning up on the boards. Here's number 12, Russo. Over to 33 is Barrow. Back into 55. You know what he's going to do. He's going to, whoa, wow.
Yeah, I thought I saw a travel or a double dribble or something there, guys.
Yeah, it was a very good call.
They've got him for the double dribble, Patrick. Minute 43 left in the half. 17-13. Spartans looking a little slow and tentative on offense. Worst thing they can do is second guess themselves. Play with instincts and confidence. Gallagher sets that offense. Not too much movement by the Spartans. Low down to Sawyer, up top to Gallagher. He's open to Marias, nice take. All to Caffrey, he's got to take it, he does. And that's off, big rebound. Brett Whitlock goes right up with it. That's off Sawyer for the rebound.
Yes.
That's the rebound you want to see from the Spartans.
Great ball movement, great offensive rebounding by the Spartans, guys.
Finally some points on the board, 19-13, 2 possession. Quickly back on offenses, Hoosac Valley, that's up and off. Another big rebound, 55, that's off. Good defense by Sawyer, but that man is in the middle all game long here in the first half. Sawyer gets that rebound and gets the Uxbridge Spartans back off on offense. Gallagher to Caffrey to Gallagher. Less than a minute, 40 seconds. Marias is open. He takes it. That's off. Got to get a rebound there. Everybody stood there and watch it. And 4-second clock differential between shot clock as we're under 30 seconds. Here come the Hurricanes, the Hoosac Valley. Big take by Barrow. An even better swap by Oliver Sawyer. 3-on-2 for the Spartans. To Gallagher with the dish, and that's a nice finger roll to Oliver Sawyer.
Boy, nice pass by Cam Gallagher. Oliver Sawyer made the block and hustled down for the layup. Great play by the junior.
Last shot of the game will be from Hoosac Valley. Nice pickoff right there by Marias. 4.3 seconds left for the Hurricanes to inbound. Boy, that's just a little bit of offensive confidence they needed. Sawyer can pick that off. He gets pushed from behind. They've got a shot to take a chance to take a shot. Caffrey does. Oh, just off the back iron. But as I was saying, a nice little offensive burst to end that first half right there as Uxbridge came up with 4 points on 2 possessions, Stu.
Yeah, great finish for the Spartans, up 21-13. Again, and I mentioned it earlier, Spartans survived that whole second quarter without Dan Lanou. So I think that bodes very well for the second half, Patrick.
Great point, Patrick, and you're right. Oliver Sawyer took over for Dan Lanou. Came up with 6 points, and 2 of them none more important than those last 2 he hit for that nice little passing display we saw on the Spartans' last offensive possession.
Yeah, phenomenal job by Oliver Sawyer stepping in. You see almost a Dan Lanou presence in there with a bunch of blocks, and I loved him hustling down the court after the block, winding the ball after a great defensive play. That's a great It's a great sign for the big man, who I felt was lacking some confidence at the beginning of the season, has really rised up as the season went on.
Yeah, we've seen him in a couple big games where in this playoff run, where you're right, those big men are key to the Uxbridge Spartans, as are your guards. But I'll tell you that we are in for a game here in the second half, and fortunately, Uxbridge, we've seen it all year long where that second quarter isn't their best. They tend to finish strong, and we saw some missed opportunities in that first half, Stu, where you had at least 3 or 4 layups that we talked about, but they still are sitting on an 8-point lead.
Yeah, I'd like second half, again, like to see the Spartans maybe on defense put a little more heat on the ball. Doesn't appear like Hoosac Valley's ball handler is real confident when Uxbridge gets in their face. And check out that big guy, 55.
Yeah, he's got 7 points, and that is the big man, Jamison Coughlin. They have to do something about him, and I'm sure they'll talk about that at halftime. So, going into halftime, and it's 21-13. Uxbridge Spartans are up here in this Division III state semifinal. We will be back for the third quarter.
No points. Dondre Sistrom, 1 foul, no points. Peter Barrow, no fouls, no points. Javon Reynolds, no.
More than 200,000 students will participate in approximately 100,000 high school sport competitions among the MIAA's 360-member schools this year. The Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association encourages you to support your local high school athletic programs and the students who participate in them. High school sports provide an extension of the classroom where students learn to pursue excellence, the value of working with others towards a common goal, playing within the structure of established rules, discipline, loyalty, and emotional control. The MIAA urges you to demonstrate your support for these values and for our young people by attending high school competitions in your community. A well-rounded education is one that is not only academically oriented, but one that also includes physical, social, and emotional development. Interscholastic athletes provide the other half of the education. The MIAA encourages you to support your local high school athletic teams throughout the school year.
Okay, we're back for the third quarter here as the Uxbridge Spartans have a 21-13 lead over Hoosac Valley. We have the privilege of interviewing Jeff Karpaska from Hoosac Valley to get a little insight direct from the Valley on his team's performance here in the first half.
You know, the first thing I saw was this is a younger team versus a senior and veteran team, and you can tell, especially in the guard play. Overall, there's two or three players have been doing all the scoring, for both sides. Matt Kapruniak with 6 points and Jamison Coughlin with 7 points for Hoosac Valley. Brett Whitlock and Ryan Marias are doing scoring for you guys. You know, the thing that I've seen is other than Jamison Coughlin with 9 rebounds and Matt Kapruniak, you guys guard play and senior guard play has really done the trick for you guys.
And we talked about that at the beginning of the game, Jeff, too, as you're absolutely right, a heavily laden junior team for the Hurricanes. And we were also complimenting big number 55 as he's really kept them in this game, even though it's an 8-point lead. But 26 shots total for the Spartans, but only 19 for you guys.
Yeah, and that's the problem with the young backcourt. You know, you just can't get the shots off, you can't move the ball around, you know?
Well, we appreciate all your statistics, and you do a much better job, more professional than we do here in Uxbridge. So thank you very much, Jeff, and good luck to you guys in the second half. Thank you.
Send you the spreadsheet.
Okay, we'd like to thank Jeff from Hoosac Valley to come over here and give us a little bit of insight on the Hurricanes as we start this third quarter. Hurricanes with the ball, and 42 back in the game. We talked about him, Javon Reynolds sort of disappearing. That's a nice move right there by Kapruniak. Who else for the Hurricanes, Stu, to get them right off out of the gate with 2 points, 21-15. Here come the Spartans. Caffrey double teamed, almost picked off. Nice look by Sawyer to Lanu to Marias, and that's good. And Ryan Marias, just when you need him, yet again today is there.
Yeah, it looked like Hoosac Valley was trapping out of the zone a little bit on that play. Ryan Marias the answer.
21 with the ball. That's Tomkowitz down to 55. That's up and in. And boy, Jamison Coughlin really just doing the job so far, almost single-handedly for the Hurricanes. Keep them in this game. Marias to Stewart to Gallagher. Had it, thought about it. Again, thinking sometimes could be the detriment of Uxbridge, and Oliver Sawyer, who I thought was bumped, going to the rim, no call.
Yeah, good strong move by Oliver.
Wide open. You cannot allow, the Uxbridge Spartans should be aware that number 5 can't drive for 55, can't drive to the hoop, and let alone be wide open, Patrick.
Yeah, it's really hard to miss him. I don't know how you leave him that wide open, especially when he's been killing your team all in this game so far. That's a good call.
Dan Lanoux, man on the spot with a big rebound and draws the foul.
Well, nice rebound. Dan Lanoux went up strong. We need some points from Danny, guys.
Free throws a key. First one up and good. Consistency in scoring is what Uxbridge is really going to need to maintain here in the second half. Avoid those scoring droughts as Lanoux hits both. That's big. We saw how important free throws were on Saturday. Here comes that 1-3-1 defense. Wide open is 55. And that's a nice block by Lanoux. So, Jimmy Caffrey, man on the spot. Sawyer open for the rebound. He gets bumped. Here comes Russo. Over to Reynolds. Back to Russo. Uxbridge on that pulling back, that man-to-man, really not up in their face. Nice look underneath. Sawyer on him. Lanoux gets his hands up, 55. Goes to the rope.
Uxbridge foul on 35, Oliver Sawyer. His second, team's first of the second half. 55, Jameson Coughlin to the line for the Hurricanes. 2 shots.
Says 55 goes to the line. That's Coughlin.
Yeah, big guy with a good touch, guys. What you want to concentrate on him is you got to deny him the ball down low. Once he gets it, he's got some nice moves and he's getting the call. So whole thing there is to deny him the ball.
Only makes 1 out of 1. He's a big boy, 6'1", probably close to 200, if not more. So a tough body to move, but it's all leverage. Gallagher gets the Spartans moving, down by 6, 26-20. Marias finds Lanoux. He's got some baseline. Out to Marias. That's picked off. That's tipped.
I think he got a piece.
Yep. Good defensive stand by the Hurricanes. Uxbridge cannot afford to let them back in this game like we saw happen to Clinton. That's a nice take underneath. 42 is woken up by the pass. And they're going to get the hand check right there. 21, Tomkowitz is going to go. No, that's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, that's on the floor. Jim Caffrey with a hand check foul.
Jimmy Caffrey, his second, team second.
Tomkowitz inbounds to Russo. Another 30 seconds for them. 5 minutes left here in the third. Hurricanes come out with some confidence. Sawyer is going to be covering 55. And there's number 20, Koperniak, who's done a nice job so far for the Hurricanes. A lot of passing here. Koperniak's got the baseline, puts up the 3, and that's good. Boy. All of a sudden, this is a one-possession game. Uxbridge slowly brings up the ball. Like to see that tempo increase. A little bit of urgency get into the Spartan system here, especially offensively. Gallagher wide open, takes it to the glass, up and over, and this doesn't work. Like the take right there, but he got to get a better shot off. Here come the Hurricanes, back on D, and wide open all the way to the rim. And Dan Lanoux, nice defense. Jimmy Caffrey with a nice pickup on the 3-on-1 the Spartans have right there. Gallagher, I believe he might go to the line on that.
2 shots, referee indicates.
I think he was trying to get it to Oliver Sawyer. They had a 3-on-1 right there. Lanoux and Sawyer open. Gallagher draws the foul.
Looks like Hoosac Valley's found their legs, guys. Come out much more aggressive and really running that motion offense down low. Well,
we'll take it.
Gallagher gets it.
Boy, harder going in today for the Spartans than Saturday, Patrick.
Yeah, definitely just seems like a little bit of adjustment to these newer hoops, but Hoosac Valley definitely got a good message from their head coach, William Robinson, as they've really come out on, not on fire, but they're doing well, playing better, and their defense is a little bit tighter with that trap.
Yeah, and they just moved off the offense right there, and that's a nice shot from the elbow by Colin Russo. And you're right, Uxbridge just seems to be slow, whereas the Hurricanes have picked up the pace, and really have warmed up, both offensively and defensively.
Shooting the ball much better.
Gallagher out to Caffrey. Like to see him shoot. He does. That's up and off. Nobody rebounding. Dan Lanou on the baseline. Not even a rebound possession as the Hurricanes come down with yet another rebound. Although Uxbridge surprisingly out-rebounded Hoosac 18-16 in the first half. 21, is Tomkowitz. Over to Russo. The Copernic, there's that nice little job by Oliver Sawyer right there, denying 55 the ball. Uxbridge needs a basket, finds Lanou, kicks it out to Gallagher, to Caffrey, to Marias. He's open, that's his spot, that's short. Got to get a rebound, Caffrey does. Gallagher open, thought about it, and gets the foul. Draws it on number 42, Javon Reynolds. I thought the same thing, Stu. He had an open look right there, but your guards seem to be thinking a little too much before they shoot.
Yeah, again, guys, I repeated it the last 4 games. And, you know, one and done here. You want to go out swinging. You get that open shot, you got to take it. Hit or miss.
Yeah, you will not live to see another day should you lose today. The winner will go on to the DCU on Saturday. Gallagher's got to get it in, and he does. Finds Marias. He's got Gallagher wide open again. Goes baseline. Kicks it back out to Marias. Back to Lanou underneath. He's got some room. Puts it up. Short arms it. And 55. Double figures now in rebound. Jamison Coughlin cleaning up the boards for the Hurricanes. Russo to 23. Austin Malesi. Oh, nice take right there. Man, the big man, Jamison Coughlin, has just put this Hurricane team on his back and has got a double-double with 2 minutes left in the third. Good timeout as Patrick, this game is 27-27 as the Hurricanes have just come out like a hurricane to tie this ball game.
Yeah, you got the feeling that it was going to be when the Hurricanes came out a lot more aggressive, more fast-paced than the Spartans. The Spartans seem to be lollygagging around the court, and it's just causing the Hurricane team to come right back into this game where I had thought at halftime the Spartans had complete control.
No, I thought so too. What was it at the half, guys? 21-13?
21-13, 8-point lead, correct.
Yeah, so 14-6, Hoosac Valley has outscored the Spartans, and give them all the credit in the world. They came out fired up, start the second half, and played very well. Nice move on that, but you don't want to give up that baseline because that big guy gets on the baseline, he will score.
Well, and that's what it is. It's just getting, like Patrick said, I agree, Stewie. They got to start moving their feet not only on defense but on offense as their tempo really has subsided. And we saw this Saturday where they let the Clinton Gales right back into that game.
Yeah, Spartans need a spark. They look tentative on offense and tentative on defense, and got to come out and start making it happen.
Chaparowski, Patrick, Chaparowski and Whitlock back in the game. Those are your energy guys.
Yeah, one thing to also note we've seen from the Hurricane defense is that it's really pulling traps on the outside and down low. I'm really hoping that these Spartan shooters can get going because I've seen them get a lot of open looks so far in this half.
Yeah, that's it.
Long pass right there from Gallagher to Marias. Gallagher puts it up. That's off. No rebound. The rebounds have really been an issue right here and have helped. Yeah, there's a travel. Good call right there. The lack of rebound really has been a key for the Hurricanes to make this comeback as we're at 27-27, under 2 minutes left here in the third. Gallagher will try again. Picks up the tempo a little. Marias double teamed. There's that trap you talked about. Gallagher open, had a shot. Goes back to Marias. He puts it up, and that's going to be off. Nobody there to rebound. Is the nice job boxing out by the Hurricanes.
Real nice job by Hoosac Valley guys this quarter boxing out.
Excellent job. They've really picked up their fundamental play, and it's paid off as they could take the lead right here. Russo, weak side, thinks about it. And again, that Uxbridge defense, you can see they're really laying off on defense. Not playing that tenacious D up in your face.
5 seconds, don't foul, guys.
Need the rebound. Whitlock gets it, gets
good
fouled.
Call.
Finally.
Yeah, nice job, Brent Whitlock. Good aggressive rebound. He did a great job off the bench.
Jamison Coughlin, 14 points, doubled his production from the first half here in this quarter. First foul. 55 seconds left. Spartans need to get back on the board, being outscored, as Stu said, 14-6. Gallagher to Marias, and they're going into that trap defense, and it pays off as Uxbridge has got to go to the ball. Cannot wait for the ball to come to you. Quick defensive transition right there to offense. Nice take underneath. Just off, no rebound, and yes, it does come back to Uxbridge. Here comes Gallagher. A little bit of giddy up right there. Waits for the offense to get set. Taparowski open. Back to Gallagher. 6-second differential. Taparowski, not his shot. Big rebound, Ryan Marias. Whitlock with the ball. Gallagher stops and pops. That's off. And now they're going to call over the back on Brent Whitlock.
Uxbridge foul 22, Jake Taparowski. His first, team's third.
Last shot will be for the Hurricanes. 10 seconds. There's that trap defense the Uxbridge is trying to implement. Wide open underneath. And that's 2 more easy points as Hoosac Valley takes the lead. Gallagher puts up a last-ditch effort. And I'll tell you what, they are jumping for joy right here below us, all the way from Cheshire, Mass, as the Hoosac Valley now has his lead 29-27 as we start the last 8 minutes. And this is deja vu all over again, Stu, as we had the same conversation Saturday where we talked about you've got no more games after this. If you lose, you need to give 150% all out for this last 8 minutes or you're going home.
Yeah, big quarter for Hoosac Valley, guys. They outscored the Spartans 16-6. 16-6. They got more points in the third quarter than they did in the first half. Spartans are right here, guys. 29-27. They need a spark. They really got to try to up tempo. I think try to run and not walk the ball up. Try to turn things, the tempo of the game, their way.
Patrick, I got to agree. Somebody from the Spartans really has to decide to take control of this game offensively and get some production going, as we've seen the Spartans throughout the year have 4 6-point quarters. Hopefully that's the last one that we'll see this year. Now they'll come back out for their strong fourth quarter and make a run here. But all of a sudden, the Hoosac Valley, you called it, came out of that halftime. Now I can officially say and agree with you, on fire.
Yeah, they're playing a lot better. Just like to note, a lot of the Uxbridge Spartan games we've seen this year where they've come back to win, one guy has stepped up in the late half or quarter. We'll see who it is this quarter.
Well, we can't have any tentativeness, and you see that trap right there, and Gallagher throws it away. They've done a real good job so far today on lack of turnovers, Stu, but that is really one of the first ones I've seen in the second half.
What Hoosac Valley's doing, guys, that 2-3 zone, it's almost mirrors what Clinton did, doubling Danny Lanou down low. Spartans just aren't making the outside shots. That's the difference in this game.
Well, I'd like to see this defense get a little bit more tenacious, and I think we're seeing that now as they're getting up in everybody's face. There's that double team right there, and that's a nice adjustment right there. What we've seen, the double team finally on number 55, but the Uxbridge defense getting up in guys' faces and really trying to cause havoc.
Yeah, nice help, cause the turnover there.
Gallagher got to get the Spartans on track. That's knocked out of bounds as the defensive effort for the Hurricanes has really stepped up, Patrick.
They're really extending that 2-3 zone, guys.
Yeah, the trap definitely at the half was a great adjustment by the coach. It left some Uxbridge shooters open, but we just haven't been hitting shots this whole half.
Well, we're going to see a lot of passing right here. We'll see if anybody wants to shoot. Marias brings it to the elbow. Gallagher's open. There's that double team, little half. Oh, Dan Lanou gets that rebound, puts it up right away, and there we go. I like the effort right there from Lanou. Didn't think about it, went up strong, 2 points. Tied up. Deep pass down low, and here come the Hurricanes. That's for a 3-pointer. That's going to be off. That's an air ball. Nice job. Uxbridge could use the benefit of the Hurricanes, Stu, going on a little bit of a slump here.
Yep, tie game, guys. 29 all, 6:40 left in this state semifinal game.
It is a game of runs, and Uxbridge really needs to get one started here. Gallagher's open, doesn't shoot. Somebody needs to want that ball and needs to get that ball on the rim. There's Lanoux quick outside. Gallagher open again. He puts it up.
Bang.
That's off. No rebound. 55. Who else on the board?
Well, wide open shots, guys.
Yeah.
You got to take those. Wide open shots.
Nice screen right there as Gallagher felt the brunt of that. Here comes Hoosac. Nice take right there. Boy, you cannot allow such an easy open access to the glass right there as Uxbridge gave Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, you need some weak side defense on that. Everyone's got to be moving.
Strong, aggressive offensive play as Hoosac Valley has got the reins right now and they're running with it. Gallagher looking for Lanoux. Lanoux baseline. He's being kept out of that paint. That's not where he's going to give you points from. Need to get him back on the box. There he is. He's in the paint, puts it up, and that's good. Dan Lanoux with the last 2 scoring possessions for the Spartans. This game is tied up 31-31 with 5 minutes, 25 seconds left in the game and the season for one of these 2 teams. Defense out there on strong is Caffrey. That's an air ball.
It's out.
Marias, boy. Uxbridge had the opportunity and could not come up with that rebound as Ryan Marias just lost control.
Yeah.
That's Russo, number 12. Double team trap right there. Spins out of it nicely. Wide open 55. Fortunately, he's out on the 3-point line. Not his area to shoot. Caffrey gets taken off his feet. Underneath. Wide open. Boy. Inside out, outside in game paying off for Hoosac Valley, Stu.
Hoosac Valley much better this half, guys. Spartans still right where they want to be.
Down by 2, 4.5 minutes. There's Sawyer. You can see that trap defense. Now Marias open for 3. Is short. Way short right there. Nice steal by Jimmy Caffrey. Got to get on the ground. He does, and Hoosac Valley still comes away. And Uxbridge doesn't help themselves with their 15th foul right there. As unfortunately, guys, you can see the body language a little down for the Spartans. And the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes really playing an upbeat game right here.
Spartans really, Hoosac Valley again really jamming that middle, and the Spartans got to make the, they're getting good shots, they're just not falling.
Got to watch 55. Defensive here for the Spartans as number 10 takes that ball, goes low, that's almost tipped away. Kick back out to number 23, and that's good. Uh-oh, that's a killer right there, Malisi.
Well, nice pass by the big guys, boy. Hoosac Valley really finding it, guys.
That inside-out game paying off. Need some points here from the Spartans as you're approaching 3.5 minutes. Somebody has to want that ball. Put that ball in the hole. Marias to Dan Lanoux, puts it off the glass, gets his own rebound nicely, goes back up, and gets the 2.
Danny Lanoux, outstanding effort.
Big fight for the ball as the Spartans are down a full possession, 36-33. With 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Open, wide out is number 55. Who else? Another 2 points. Jamison Coughlin really carrying this Hurricane team, and unfortunately, the Spartans are just slacking off on him and allowing him to do so, Pat.
Yeah, they got to put a body on him at all times. I'm surprised they haven't done that so far. As you see, Hoosac Valley do that to Dan Lanoux a lot all game. I thought they were going to adjust to that.
Sawyer open, kicks it back out to Marias. A lot of passing. It almost looks like hot potato. Who wants to take it? Lanoux double teamed. He's hit. Marias wide open. Need this one. Yes. And we got it.
Big hoop, Ryan Marias. Timeout Spartans. Huge hoop for the sophomore right there.
Just when you needed it, Stu.
38-36, Hoosac Valley. 2:45 left in the game.
This was about the point on Saturday versus Clinton, Patrick, where you saw the Spartans sort of step it up a little and really start to get their defense playing a little bit better and their offense going, and made a run at the end of that game to wrap up the Clinton and D3 championship. But Hoosac Valley, no plans to go away.
Yeah, definitely. We saw last game against Clinton Gales, Ryan Marias made a lot of clutch threes that really cut the Clinton Gales momentum. We see the Gales maybe go up by 1 or 2, and then Ryan Marias make a 3, and he seems to do that in almost every game we've seen lately.
Well, I think what we're going to need to see from the Spartans do is a defensive stop and come back right away with a big offensive stand to get that momentum building again and get them back on track, because there is a lot of time left in this game with 2:44.
Four fouls for each team here, guys. What I'd like to see the Spartans do, man-to-man, really put some heat on the ball just in a man-to-man defense. See if you can create something. That worked well in the first half. And again, as I've said a million times, go out of here swinging.
Absolutely. You got leave nothing in the tank, and I agree with that defensive adjustment. Really play tight in your face defense.
Full court press by the Spartans, man-to-man.
Moving, nope, that pick was not moving, but a nice set right there, and they come out of it. Oh, little drag of the foot, but I think he kept his plant. Nice over pursuit, and one, boy. Unfortunately, not what we needed, but that's just a great move by number 12, Colin Russo, to get Ryan Marias off his feet and draw the foul for the and one.
Boy, you know, give Hoosac Valley. Spartans went to a man-to-man press coming out of that timeout, and Hoosac responded.
Russo, it's up and off. Big rebound, Lanu.
Plenty of time here, guys.
4-point difference. 40 for Hoosac, 36 for Uxbridge. Bounce back to Marias. See if he can do it again. In and out, no rebound, except to the Hurricanes of Hoosac. Key rebounding for them all game long, and coast to coast, wide open. It's number 10. That is going to be off. Gallagher with the rebound. He's got a 2-on-1. He's getting bumped the whole way.
Hurricanes foul on 20, Matt Koperniak.
Koperniak.
Team's 5th.
5 team fouls each. Gallagher to inbounds. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. Spartans need a run. Up to Marias, inbound from Gallagher. Over in the corner, Gallagher's shot is up, and that's good. Well, what I like there, Stu, was he didn't think about it. Didn't hesitate, just took it, shot it. Down by 1.
Yeah, right out of the other bounce. Screen on this weak side, got the hoop.
Good defense there by Marias.
Help, gotta help.
Weak side help comes. Gallagher picks it up. There's the defensive stop we talked about. Gallagher's got an open Lanu. Nice bounce pass over to Sawyer. Sawyer. Oh, on the floor. They were looking for a travel from Hoosac Valley bench.
Looked like it could have gone either way.
But again, Stu, you think if he goes right up with it, that's 2 easy points.
Well, great passing by the Spartans.
Minute and a half left. Gallagher inbounds. Lanu up to Marias. Sawyer to Gallagher. He stops and pops. It's off the glass.
Well, Spartans got to play D here, down by 1, 40-39.
Minute and a half left. Need another defensive stop here. There's that man-to-man defense, full court press.
This is more of a token press, guys. Just
Uxbridge foul on number 10, Cam Gallagher. His second personal foul, team's 6th.
Here we go with Hoosac Valley, number 20,
Help,
Koperniak. Down low,
Nice
big
hit.
block by Lanu, and Sawyer saves it. Big defensive stop. Here come the Spartans. 1 minute approaching. Gallagher's open, goes baseline, gets tripped, finds Lanu,
and
draws the
1-1.
foul.
Spartans going to be shooting 1 and 1.
That's the 7th team foul. A little entanglement down there underneath between Gallagher and Coughlin. Gallagher will go to the line.
1-on-1, not a 2-shot opportunity.
17 fouls.
Of the second half. Cam Gallagher at the foul line for the Spartans, shooting 1 and 1.
Need these, Patrick. Need these. Up and good. Big free throw by Cam Gallagher. Was 8 for 8 on Saturday. Need this one here as we are locked, deadlocked, 40-40 with 1:05 left.
Another great game here, guys. Getting our money's worth at $15 worth.
Up and off. Big rebound. Oliver Sawyer loses possession. Ball's on the ground. Goes back to Hoosac.
1 minute to play in the fourth quarter.
Under a minute left. Uxbridge, a key defensive stop is needed right here. Open, big 55. Goes up strong. Lanu, big defensive stand. Jimmy Caffrick, big rebound. Timeout. Smart move.
Uxbridge calls.
Boy.
Guys,
Check your blood pressure.
2 in a row here.
We are sweating bullets up here as it is a 40-40 deadlock game as this game has turned out to be.
Score 45.2 seconds, 28 seconds for the Spartans on the shot clock, and fantastic finish. You know, let's look. If you know, I'm expecting Hoosac Valley really to jam it up down low. You know, plenty of time here, but if the Spartans get that outside shot, Mark, I'd like to see him take it.
Right.
And you know, give yourself a chance for an offensive rebound.
Well, you saw Cam Gallagher when he just took the ball and shot in a nice fluid motion, didn't think about it or hesitate. That was 3 points. That's what they need to do here. You can't second guess and you can't hesitate.
Yeah, want to be aggressive. How many times have I said that the last 4 games?
Right, Patrick? We need a Patrick play. We need some Patrick points right here.
Well, ball in, no press from Hoosac Valley. Spartan ball in. Here we go.
Caffrey to Gallagher. Approaching 40 seconds left in this game. Gallagher over midcourt. Calls out the ball play. Marias open. You see that double team trap. Gets out of it nicely with a dribble. Gallagher over to Caffrey. In the corner, Sawyer. Sawyer quickly gets rid of it. Nicely done. Gallagher's got 10 seconds. Marias finds Lanu from the elbow. It's in and out. Need the rebound, and that's going to go.
Well, good shot. It's a good shot. Ball just rolled out. 19 seconds left. Hoosac ball.
Hoosac Valley won on a late game winner, just to note, in their last game against, who is it? Forget who they played last game.
Coast to coast, wide open, it's 55, and there's 2 points. You got 10 seconds. Timeout as the Spartans will get one last opportunity. As a quick transitions to nice passing, and who else for his 20th point of the night? Big number 55, Jamison Coughlin. Almost 50% of their team points tonight from number 55, as Uxbridge really didn't have an answer for him, Patrick.
Yeah, he is really tough down low. Reminds me of in the younger days when they had Anthony Abate down low. He was a tough man to box out in practice and in the games at all times. So it's definitely, I know in experience, it is very tough to box out a player with that much size. Well, width lane size, not height. So.
Well, guys, you go for 2 here, you go for the 3 for the win. I'd go for 2. I'd go for the 2 points.
I'd go with I agree with you, Stu. Go whatever I think you've got your best open, cleanest look for, too.
Doesn't necessarily have to be a 3. 9.6 seconds. Hoosac up 42-40. All the time in the world, guys.
Plenty of time, absolutely right.
Possible, get it up to half court and call a timeout to pull your best half court play is also a possibility, but that is kind of ruined here.
Well, first time we've really seen this. Hoosac going man to man. Got to get the ball to a guard.
Here goes Gallagher. He goes over half court, and there's that timeout right there. Good call, Patrick. 5.6 seconds as they're going to set up a half-point offense right there. I'll tell you, this is one that you're going to draw up. Hopefully it's a good one from Coach Gino Manzi as you were down 42-40 with 5.6 seconds left here in the Division III state semifinal from the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, Mass.
Yeah, guys, again, this doesn't have to be a 3-point shot. You're down by 2. Like to see someone, if you don't get that outside shot, be aggressive, take the ball to the hoop.
Boy, you look at we got the benefit of a large scoreboard in front of us. You see 14 points from Ryan Marias, 10 from Dan Lanu. They did a nice job on Dan Lanu today. He was out for most of this first quarter and entire second quarter. They kept them in check, but you just keep looking at that 55 over on Hoosac, 20 points and at least 15 rebounds.
Big man's tough. He moves very well, good feet. Here we go, guys.
Okay, this is your season, hopefully, for the Uxbridge Spartans right here. Jake Taporowski will inbounds. 5.6 seconds left.
Oh, I know this play.
Okay.
I remember it. Very.
Marias, they're looking for him. They find Jimmy Caffrey. Jimmy Caffrey puts it up. It's up. It's off Gallagher with the rebound. And that's going to be good. That basket ties the game right there.
They count it.
It's good. They called it
They
good.
called it good. Unbelievable. Dan Lanoux after a Jimmy Caffrey and Cam Gallagher, both with shots right there. And unbelievably, with I think 0.1 seconds left, that ball goes up and it goes in, and they give the points on the court. The Hoosac Valley ref at midcourt arguing about it. Woo! I'll tell you what, it is overtime.
And definitely getting the money's worth now. You get extra basketball.
I did not see the clock. 4 extra minutes, guys. What a game. 42. Jimmy Caffrey with a shot. Cam Gallagher tried to push it up. And then Dan Lanoux cleaned it up.
We'll give the Spartans credit for keeping that ball alive with offensive rebounds, the biggest one of all. Dan Lanoux, as Jimmy Caffrey had a little bit of trouble, maintained possession of that ball, got the shot up. Cam Gallagher came in for the running layup that just went out, and Dan Lanoux with, I believe, 0.1 on the clock, put that back up, and it dropped as time expired. Unbelievable finish, and you got to give a little bit of momentum to the Spartans right now going into overtime.
Well, guys, we're going to have a jump ball in the overtime. Teams go the same basket. Fouls stay the same. So Uxbridge is in the 1-1, and Nick Spartan foul. Hoosac Valley will be in the 1-1. Jump ball to start this overtime.
Okay, Dan Lanoux is going to jump it up with 23, Austin Malesi. Lanoux gets the tip. Caffrey over to Gallagher. Overtime is in effect. Caffrey. Let's see who's going to step up in this game. To Gallagher. Puts it up. Just off the front rim. Big rebound. Ryan Marias. Reset is right. Caffrey does so. Uxbridge another possession. Caffrey is open. Looks down low to Sawyer. Back out to Caffrey. Looking for Lanoux. We double team. Tries to get some paint. Nothing there. Marias. That's good.
Great ball movement.
Ryan Marias.
Very patient.
3-point lead for the Spartans. The first time in a while they've been back on top. Need a defensive stop. Need to contain number 55. Lanoux's on him, and he's getting banged. Open is 20. Need to play good man-to-man here. Can't let your man get by you. Gallagher on Russo. Marias out on number 20, Koperniak.
Check pick and roll. There it is.
Lanoux stops the pick and roll. Gallagher, and that's an air ball, and that is out of bounds. Not the start that the Hurricanes wanted, but just what the Spartans needed.
What the doctor ordered, guys. Spartans, plenty of time, want to get a good shot here.
Get the look because you've got momentum right now. Take advantage of it, Patrick White. Hoosac is thinking twice about everything.
Yeah, definitely. They got to keep the momentum going, and you got the good ball movement again.
Need is from Jimmy Caffrey, and that's off and a rebound. Here come the Hurricanes. Quickly, coast to coast, is number 20, Koperniak. Over to 23, Malisi. Number 10 is Hall. Hall goes to the paint, stops in. That's blocked by Jimmy Caffrey. Another big stand by the Spartans. Here comes Gallagher. Watch behind. Goes all the way himself, kicks it out to Marias. He gets bumped, no call. They reset smartly as Caffrey over to Gallagher. Gallagher getting hounded.
Uxbridge foul on number 10, Cam Gallagher. His third personal foul, player control foul, team's 7th in the second half.
wide open for three. Nice job by Marias getting on there. Good coverage by Lanu. That's all, balls on the ground. He goes strong.
That's a walk.
Spartans foul on 31, Dan Lanu. His third, team's eighth. Jamison Coughlin to the line for the Hurricanes with one shot.
Here comes Coughlin for the and one, and that's good. And all of a sudden, it is a tie game. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Momentum shift yet again. Both teams are even. Gallagher surveys up top. You can see that man-to-man, and there's that trap. Nice move by Lanu all the way to the hoop, and that's good. Nice little move right there. McHale-esque from Lanu gets the nice drive to the glass, Stu.
Great move, Dan Lanu.
2-point lead, approaching 1 minute. Need tight D. We've seen a couple big stops. Looking for 55. He's in that paint. He stops and pops. That's off. Big, almost tipped out of bounds, but maintained control by Sawyer. Woo. That was close, under a minute. Gallagher. Spartans come up. 50 seconds left. 15 seconds on shot clock. Picks up his dribble. Nobody moving. Needs some help.
Gotta move, guys.
Caffrey back to Gallagher. Open is Marias. You see that shift, that trap. Gonna have to call timeout, and he does. Boy, Uxbridge a little plotting right there on offense. And nice job by Hoosac recognizing and quickly double teaming.
Don't want to get tentative, guys. They've been passing the ball well. Spartans ball in. They have 6 seconds on the shot clock. So at all costs, you want to get that shot up and at least get it off the rim for a rebound. Give yourself a chance.
Patrick, you've said it the last few games. We talked about Uxbridge having their foot on the pedal to the metal. And you can see right here that foot's coming on, going off, coming off, going on. You need them to get back to that offensive aggressiveness that Stu's talked about and get that foot back on the pedal.
Yeah, it looked like they were going for more like the kneel down play in football, just to waste some clock, as that obviously did not work very well. But you'll see as they'll have 6 seconds, so obviously they're going to have to push up their play.
Well, that's the key right here, and we've seen a good defensive stand on that last possession by Hoosac, Stu. But as Patrick pointed out, only 6 seconds on the shot clock for the Spartans.
You guys, it doesn't have to be a great shot. You at least want to get that shot up and off the rim and give yourself a shot for an offensive rebound here.
Maybe even take it aggressively to the paint, draw that foul, because you are shooting with 17 fouls, and maybe perhaps we will get a call here.
Yep, got to get the ball in.
Caffrey inbound to Marias. Back to Caffrey. Gallagher's got to shoot way downtown. That's up and off. Right. No rebound. The Uxbridge Spartans are on baseline. Yep. Here comes Hoosac. There's a 1.5 second differential between the shot clocks. Need to play good D. Right, that's picked up by Lanu. And he's fouled right there. It's 55 with an ill-advised foul, let alone the pass beforehand, as Hoosac Valley with a costly turnover, Stu.
Well, nice job. They tried to run that pick and roll. Spartans, Danny Lanu came over from the weak side. Great defensive play. What a game, guys.
I'll tell you what, anytime you need to make 2 free throws, Patrick, here's the point where you can go up by 2 possessions. Dan Lanu. First one. Good. Oh, man. That's a pressure free throw.
Yeah, that's the money one right there, guys.
This one will put the Spartans up by 2 possessions. It is 48-45 with 21 seconds left. Lanu is going to have to wait as a nice timeout by Hoosac Valley, possibly to ice Dan Lanu.
Yeah, boy, guys, big second half from Dan Lanu just to get this excellent scoreboard, 15 points here. And, well, let's go. If make or miss on this foul shot, guys, what do you do if you're Hoosac? You go for the quick 2, you go for a 3, or what?
It's tough on paper. I'm sure they're drawing up that play right now, but I'll tell you what, if I'm a high school kid, I got 21 seconds left, I'm on a giant arena in Springfield, Mass. I don't know if I can remember what I'm supposed to do on something like that. Give these kids credit. They played a whale of a game today.
Yeah, Hoosac Valley, great effort. Spartans, great effort. Spartans crowd, super fans, 2 busload of kids going nuts over there. One thing I like to see the Spartans do, their guards are getting killed by these picks. Someone got to be screaming from the old 5th grade travel team. Pick, pick, pick. I know they can yell. I know they're excited, but yell. Help your teammate out. Cam Gallagher's got picked off about 5 times here in the
He's easy to lose sight of, and here comes probably one of the most crucial shots of the season for the Spartans as Dan Lanou finishes the one-on-one. It is up
good.
And out, just rims out. Rebound, Hoosac Valley, 3-point lead, 15 seconds left. Here come the Hurricanes. Marias, good defense. 20 going all the way to the rim. Oh, and he's let weak side help was not there as he's basically given a free pass to the glass as Uxbridge Spartans just watched him make that easy 2-point layup. But I'll tell you, only 2 points. Uxbridge still up by 1. There's that call you just made because you still got 8.8 seconds left, Stu. And you're right, Hoosac did not need the 3 to tie.
Spartans want to get the ball to either Jimmy Caffrey, Ryan Marias, or Cam. You want to get it, first of all, to a guard, a good ball handler. Second of all, good foul shooters. Those are your 3 chances right there. Because if Hoosac doesn't get the steal, they'll be fouling immediately.
Be interested to see on this inbound play what the Spartans call, but that is the key to get the ball inbounds to a free throw shooter. And you have to look back at that last play, Patrick. You wonder if the Spartans were a little tentative, not playing a little bit more defense, not looking for that foul as they've been called all game long, right or wrong. And Hoosac's been at the line, so maybe not such a bad move right there as Uxbridge maintained the 1-point lead by not fouling or not trying to block.
Yeah, it was a good play not to cause an and one possibility, but also to note if Spartans get it into a guard and they get a 3-point lead, look for them to foul fairly quickly and make them take that one-on-one opportunity. The old foul trick that not many people seem to like to use, but it works sometimes.
I'm surprised Hoosac left that much. 3 seconds went off the clock.
Right, and Jimmy Caffrey, who's had a rough day shooting here today, has a chance to add to the Spartan lead as they're down by 1. He will be at the line one-on-one to give the Spartans possibly a 2 or 3-point lead with 5.8 seconds left.
Yeah, they're adding a little bit more time on the clock, of course, but
24, Jimmy.
That's
Good call, Patrick. You're absolutely right. Another half a second added to the clock.
tough.
Shooting 1-1.
I don't know how you do that without video replay. Okay, Jimmy Caffrey, the first of 2, and you're going to see that ice timeout from Hoosac Valley right here.
In a situation like this, it's like the ice the kicker. I think it benefits the foul shooter.
I do too. You settle down.
Their coach, if they want to go over what they want to do, I understand that. I'm not a believer in icing or whatever. Everyone's in the huddle. Jimmy's coming back out there already, quick, ready to go. Looks confident.
1-point lead, 48-47. 6.3 seconds left in this overtime Division III state semifinal. Uxbridge Spartans versus the Hoosac Hurricanes from Cheshire, Mass, Berkshire County. As we've explained earlier, you're getting every inch of your monies here today. And again, a big thank you to Channel 194, Cam Clark making the trip out here to Springfield, Barry Giles. You see it on UCTV, and especially the kids and people of the town of Uxbridge coming all the way out here to show a tremendous support for your Spartans. Jimmy Caffrey, the first 1-on-1 is up, and that's good. Whoa. Boy, that ball seemed to hang in the air forever. Crucial one right here for a 3-point lead. A rebound, if he misses, would be key for the Spartans. It's up.
Good.
And that's good. Jimmy Caffrey, 2 key free throws.
Don't foul. Do not foul.
That's a 3-pointer. That's up, and that is, it's unbelievable.
At the buzzer. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Give the kid credit. He just wide open. They had him just sitting down there, found him, and he drilled it at the buzzer. Great shot. Great shot.
Sophomore guard, first time entered into the game, and he drains a 3 at the buzzer. You definitely know he's got to be when he gets entered in the game, you have to know he is a three-point threat, and you have to cover him. That is very important.
Did they just put him in the game?
Yeah, I believe they just did after that timeout.
Number 11, Jean-Pierre Levesque comes in, and I'll tell you what, give the Hurricanes credit because we saw that happen prior play where they quickly got the ball down court, Stu, and came away with a tying game. That's the second time in 3 games Levesque has done that.
Just a fantastic shot.
Thanks to our friends over at the Hoosac Valley TV station for handing me that note. The second time Jean-Pierre Levesque in 3 games has tied a game with a three-pointer, a sophomore.
Just a terrific shot, guys. He just drained it, too.
Wow, but again, quick transition, 2 passes, a wide open Levesque, and he drains it.
Yep.
4 more minutes, people. That ball is tipped, and here comes the Hurricanes. You got to figure now they've got some momentum. How is Uxbridge going to respond? Got to play some tight D.
Got to keep your head up here, stay aggressive. Watch that pick.
Hurricanes got to get your hands up on D. Almost a loss right there. 20 bails them out in the corner. The goal went for that double team trap. Somebody's going to be open. 3-pointer again from 12. It's up and off. Caffrey with a rebound. Nice job protecting the ball right there. Cam Gallagher tries to get the Spartans started.
Holy cow, guys.
Boy, nothing's easy. Lanu open underneath, tries to put it up. That's a ball, jump ball. That's a nice
Spartan
defense
ball.
right there.
Yep, Spartan ball. Nice D by Hoosac.
Possession arrow stays here. Double overtime. 3:18 left in the second one. Lanu to Marias to Sawyer. Gallagher open in the corner. Resets up top. 10 seconds on the shot. You got to look. Got to know your time clock. Gallagher's open if he goes back to him. Sawyer, only 4 seconds. You need to shoot. Gallagher does. That's off. Rebound, Lanu to Jimmy Caffrey. Reset, and they do.
Yep.
Big rebound by Dan Lanu.
Nice job by the Spartans.
Gallagher to Marias. You can see that man to 2-3 trap defense. A hold and hesitate. Sawyer's got some room. He puts it up. That's off the glass. Big rebound, 55.
Nice take. That was a nice take by Oliver. Just rolled off.
2.5 minutes left. Here come the Hurricanes. Gallagher on number 12, Russo. Back out to 20. That's Marias is on Kaperniak. 23 is Malisi, over to 11. The sophomore who tied this game. Back to that same sophomore, Levesque in the corner. He's got baseline. He's got to shoot. And he just gets it off. That's off. That's a violation. Good defensive stand right there by the Spartans.
Terrific defense. Terrific team defense by the Spartans that time, guys.
Patrick, 2 minutes. Nobody's scored yet here in this double overtime.
Well,
yeah, definitely a thing to note. Dan Lanu has done a great job shutting down number 55 we've seen in these overtimes. I believe he had 20 points going into the first one, and he's been really shut down other than those 3 points.
Marias back out to Gallagher. Open is Caffrey, puts it up. That's off. Lanu and Marias can't get it. He's on the floor, fights for it. And timeout. Hoosac Valley.
Boy, guys, you wonder, we're into our, a third overtime here?
Second.
I'm sorry, second. I'm losing track.
Seems like it.
We're on 5 quarters here, fatigue factor.
Yes, exactly.
On these jump shots and guys' legs and stuff like that, and it's just, everything is just that much tougher, and it's all adrenaline right now, really, because, quarter 5's almost done here.
And you look like a player like Cam Gallagher, who I don't remember sitting yet this game. That is, and give both teams credit, and especially your Spartans, as you're going to have your original starting lineup back in. Gallagher, Sawyer, Lanus, Marias, and Jimmy Caffrey. As you're right, Stu, fatigue a factor as neither team has yet to score, and we've got 1:42 left in the second overtime.
Yeah, definitely one of the effects of fatigue you saw at the very, very beginning of the quarter. You even saw Dan Lanu lose a tip that he doesn't usually lose, so you might think that the mileage from the game has taken a toll on that.
Yeah, you're right. Your strength is sapped. You can't hold on to the ball. Maybe a little. The legs are definitely a little rubbery. So inbound pass, full court press by the Spartans. Nice job getting it in, just barely. And here comes that full court press. Marias on number 20 tries to steal. Number 20 goes coast to coast off the glass. No rebound for Spartans.
Uxbridge foul on 24, Jimmy Caffrey. His third personal foul, team's 9th.
55.
Shooting two.
Jamison Coughlin, first one up, and just in. Double bounce, front and back, drops for him. 1 point lead, minute and a half left for the Hurricanes. Levesque leaves the game. The sophomore who tied this, put us in this position. Number 10 comes back in, that's Hall. Second shot for Coughlin. Need a rebound. No opportunity. Hoosac got to get the ball in as they looked like they were going to do a modified press, but pull it back. Uxbridge needs some points. They're down 52-50. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Got to pick up the tempo here a little. A hold and hesitate.
Yes.
Offense in effect. Looking for Lanoux. Caffrey looking for Lanoux. Man-to-man matchup down low with number 23.
Under 10,
Malisi.
guys. Got to go.
Gallagher takes it.
His fourth personal foul, player control foul, team's 10th of the second half. J.P. Levesque, number 11, now back into the Hoosac lineup. 1 minute to play in overtime.
1 minute, you heard the PA man. Hoosac Valley moves that ball. It's tipped. Sawyer has it. Gallagher's got a little bit of a fast break. He goes strong underneath. That's up, that's off. Lanoux with a follow. Dan Lanoux ties this game with 40 seconds left. The Spartans are not going to go away quietly. Here come the Hurricanes. Ryan Marias up on his man. Number 11, they're working the three-point perimeter. 13-second differential. They're letting him to the paint. No whistle. There's a rebound. Dan Lanoux has got to hold on to it, and they can't do it. Another possession, and Hoosac Valley will get the last shot. Costly and inability to grab that rebound for the Spartans. Tied up, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. No foul is right. They might not get a shot off. They move to the paint. That goes up, and that's a nice job by Cam Gallagher. Boy, that was a big play right there by Cam Gallagher, knocking that ball out of bounds with 1.2 seconds left. And I'll tell you what, Stu, he was on his way to the glass.
Yeah, nice help by Cam at the last second. Had his head down. Well, guys, 1.2, want to play tough, but no fouls. Again, we said that over and over.
You've got time. That ball will be inbounded underneath at the baseline, underneath the hoop. You've got time. You got to figure. You maybe watch out for that alley-oop. You really don't have anybody that can jump. 55 certainly isn't going to give you any vertical. But watch that cutter, Patrick.
They just put 42, the 6'5" center for Hoosac Valley, back into the game, so definitely something to watch here.
Javon Reynolds, yeah, we saw him come in and then sit for long periods of time, so you got to have that big option, and all you need with an alley-oop. So tight defense on the inbounds, watch those cutters, and don't give away any free, but you're going to have a time to basically catch and shoot with 1.2 still.
Well, you want to put all kinds of pressure on the guy inbounding the ball, guys, just to, confuse any quick picks or anything like that. Spartans got to call picks on this. Watch the picks.
Here comes Hoosac Valley. This ball's in. They look underneath, and who else? 55. That's up, and he wins it at the buzzer. Unbelievable. Who else? Jamison Coughlin, the junior, 6'1", number 55, for his 27th point at the buzzer, puts an end to the Uxbridge Spartans season in heartbreaking fashion.
Wow. Spartans are smart, guys. What a game. Finn, they just inbounded the ball, and trust me, that's the kind of shot. Give the guy credit. Coughlin, that was a fadeaway flying hook shot, and it got nothing but net. What can you say? He made the shot.
This is how, Patrick, this is how Hoosac Valley got here in their district championship. That's how they got to the semifinal game. Same type of thing at the buzzer. They won by 2 there. They win by 2 here in double overtime, as unfortunately the Uxbridge Spartan season comes to an end here as 2 big plays in double overtime, and to end the first overtime, keep Hoosac Valley hanging around.
You go back on that, guys. Spartans got the layup to tie the game overtime. Then you had the 3-pointer, and then you had that great shot. It was a fall away hook shot for about 15 feet, and he switched it.
Yeah, take nothing away from it, Patrick. You have to agree.
Game 2 of our 6-game schedule on Championship Saturday. Hoosac Valley versus Old Rochester in the boys Division III state final.
But just a phenomenal play. We saw 55 dominate down low for the first 4 quarters. We saw him kind of disappear a little bit, and he made his statement at the end. Phenomenal game for Coughlin. I believe he is a junior, so they still have one more. Very young team. So next season you'll definitely see this Hoosac Valley team coming back, and even Uxbridge could be one of those sleeper teams coming back next year.
The guy from Hoosac just showed me 27 points, 22 rebounds. Fabulous game from Coughlin. Fantastic game.
Well, and again, take nothing away from Hoosac Valley, but I'll tell you what, take nothing away from your Uxbridge Spartans, who had a career year this year for a lot of these seniors. You had 4 seniors on that team. You can't go out on a better high than what we just saw. And Dan Lanou stepped up. You had sophomore Ryan Mariah step up. Cam Gallagher, as we mentioned, didn't take a break this entire game. But your Uxbridge Spartans, Division District 3 champion, lose in the semifinals, but overall, just an unbelievable worst to first championship season, in my opinion, as unfortunately, just a heck of a game, get beat by a buzzer beater. So take nothing away from your Spartans, and again, congratulations to your Uxbridge Spartans. A big thank you to Cameron Clark, Barry Giles, Uxbridge Cable Television, Channel 194. Unfortunately, this is our last broadcast. A big thank you to Stu Nye, Patrick Berthollet. Guys, any last thoughts?
Just fantastic season for Spartans, and it came there. Unfortunately, we didn't come out on the right side of it, but fantastic game. Just phenomenal. Absolutely 3 buzzer beaters. End of overtime, first overtime, second overtime.
Patrick?
Very, I certainly was one of the people that certainly was not expecting this far of a run from the Spartans. Great year, phenomenal year to see some of the fellow classmates go out on such a strong note. That was very nice to see, and also looking forward to see what the players do for next season, because I know they have a lot of talented players coming back, and definitely looking forward to see this talented group back here next year.
Well, and I agree, and to be part of this this train that's been rolling all year long for Uxbridge High School Spartan basketball has been a pleasure. And congratulations to those seniors: Dan Lanou, Jake Taparowski, Cameron Gallagher, and
Jimmy Caffrey.
Jimmy Caffrey, yes, exactly. So I know it's going to be a tough ride home for the Uxbridge Spartan players, for the fans, but a big thank you to all the fans, the people of the town of Uxbridge, for their support all year long. And I'll tell you, to go out playing at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, certainly you can hold your head high, and you're District 3 champion. So on that note, again, a big thank you to Stu Nye and Patrick Berthollet all year long in covering your Uxbridge Spartans, and a big congratulations to this team. I know Barry would say, guys, wrap it up, so we're going to do that as the Uxbridge Spartans go down in defeat in double overtime at the buzzer to the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes, 52-50. For Cameron Clark, Patrick Berthollet, Stu Nye, I'm Mark Gallagher.